All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multiple time champion flag football player, my guy, Daniel. What is
What's
going
up,
on?
man?
Not
What's up? What's up? Another week of football.
oh yeah.
I always got to say something before we go into it. This week take Chiefs won and didn't even play.
Boy, Chiefs the
And I
big winners
always
of the weekend.
big winners of the weekend, Chiefs and Zach Wilson. My first week on this show, my Zach Wilson take is aging pretty good.
I mean,
So,
saying he trashed, that was a good take. I tried to shoot him some bail. Speaking of
yeah.
old takes that were a little sketch, we're gonna get into one of mine a little bit later. I'll say that's my little tease for the episode. Because I was wrong and I apologize, but I'm taking the apology back. And we'll get to that. And you'll know because I'm gonna start talking spicy again. So another week in the books. What was that? Week 10 that just passed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
week
yeah.
10.
Week 10 in the books. Let's just get straight to Monday night. An atrocity took place. The have you seen the series? This is a bit of a tangent. Have you seen the series of the guy on YouTube that he's like a Broncos fan and he does the new worst game of all time? And this started
Mm-mm.
last year when the Broncos played the Colts on Thursday night. And now it's up to like it's just 20 news in the title of his videos, just the new worst game of all time. Well, we had it was almost one of the new worst bad games. I don't even know what if I even said that right just now, but it was one of those so bad it was good games. Usually Broncos games are just bad in general, but that was just so good or so bad it was fun to watch actually. So the Broncos beat the Bills. What was the score? 20 22,
20,
24, 21,
yeah, I would say it's
24.
20,
No, 22,
24, 21. It was
was
on, they kicked the field goal. They was down 1 point. It's like 24-22 or something
20,
like that.
24, 22. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had 15 and then they scored. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, it was weird scores.
It
Weird scores
was
going. I was
so
like, every
odd.
time I look up, it was like 9-6, 15 to something. I'm just like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, it was
miss.
bad. It was bad. You had the Bills. What was it? Their first two plays, they turned the ball over immediately. Just
The first
literally
play of the drive.
the first, like they were just like, you know what, we're gonna do this anyway at some point. Let's just get it out the way
Just
as
get it out the
fast
way.
as possible. The first play, boom, get it out the way. Like there was so much. I don't even know
But
like
to be
where to
honest, look,
start.
the start. Let's start. So we here. So we just don't go on no tangent about because we can go all day about why because the Bills was trying to give it away. James Cook had a run for like 40 yards and I fumbled and it bounced back in his hand and he kept
No,
running. So
bro,
like
when he dribbled
so
it off the ground, that was the
so we could
craziest
we
shit I
could
ever
really go on
seen.
the Bills all day, but let's just go off your question. Your question said,
Okay,
"Who's to blame for the Bills' loss?"
that's a good place to start. There you go. Oh man,
Eh,
who's to blame?
eh,
Who
And I'm gonna
you?
say this is probably one of the only times I would say this was definitely a collective team blame, as in like it's nobody's fault, but their team. It's a team as a whole
It's
that's
funny.
going down.
It's funny because I was
Like,
gonna say it's not Josh Allen, as crazy as that sounds. He threw two picks, but the two
well,
picks
yeah,
were kind
he's
of.
part of the team.
But
He's part of
also,
the team. So like, it's
I
just
have
like
a
he's not
separate take
playing
we'll talk
good.
about.
He's not playing good. He's leading the league
No,
in interceptions. He's
yes,
been leading the league in interceptions since he got in the league. So
since
that's
before
one.
he got in the league, he's. If you go
Yeah.
back to
Well,
2017, the year before he even got in the league, he's still the all-time like the leader in interceptions from a year before. So if you count all fucking 6 years or whatever, like it's out of pocket.
yeah,
The
I know.
turnovers is crazy.
So and then and granted, defense gets a little bad because they got like three people that's out for the season on their
Yeah,
defense, which is real.
that
Their
hurts.
top defender. You got Milano. You got somebody from like I think every level that's out right now.
Basically, I think.
So
Yeah.
so it's just like yeah, and Milano is one of the top tacklers in the league. He's been top 5
Yeah,
in the league since he's
easy.
been in the
He's
league.
easily the
Yeah.
best defensive player. I mean, I guess
And
you
then
could.
you got White that's out right now.
Yeah, top corner,
And
your best
then
corner.
yeah, so I mean there's issues on defense, but we don't make excuses for other teams that have backup. Like Chiefs
No,
linebacker core is deep. When we went down a linebacker, guess what? Another linebacker
didn't
came up.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So you
just
got to
like
keep playing.
you got to keep playing. So and then you should be able to use Josh Allen. Be like, it don't matter who's on that defensive side. I got Josh Allen, supposedly the second best player in the league. He should be able to take us to that level regardless.
Yeah.
But then you go to I can't even blame the receiving core because receiving core goes. There's such a dependent position. It goes off how Josh Allen goes
To a certain
and
extent, yeah.
then so
So you're going collective as a
I'm going to
whole.
collect. Like I'm coaching like the 12 men on the field at the last second. Like y'all knew they was going to as soon as they went quick snap and kneeled the ball, which I think that was stupid
I was
too.
going to say
They should at
before
least do
that,
an incomplete.
when they used all their timeouts, you should have known once they used the first timeout, just like, hold on, it's second down. You got to use the timeout.
Wait,
What is happening right now?
but the Broncos are trying to give it away too because you got a kicker that missed 2 extra points and you try to quick field goal when you easily could have just threw an incomplete pass, stop the clock, and get them out there, calm down, and things like that. Like what?
Well, wait, let's stick to the Bills. Let's get through the question before
no,
we
but
start
that's
tearing
what
the
I'm
Broncos
saying.
apart.
But
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. I was saying like they literally was trying to give you the game, and what did y'all do?
Yes.
Y'all knew it was coming, and y'all still put 12 people out there.
It's crazy because it's just like the Patriots game. It's just like the Jets game. They keep doing this where you playing bad teams that want to give you the win. Mac Jones wanted to give you the win. Zach Wilson tried to give you the win, and you just can't execute on it. And I just think at this point, I'm not a fire the coach guy, but I think it might be time to go ahead and Sean McDermott can't get him over the hump. I think it's time to go. You're regressing, as we've seen this now. You're regressing. You guys are going backwards. And I had a slight revelation for my thoughts on Josh Allen a little bit. I kind of feel like, and we'll get to this a little later, but I kind of feel like the team might be failing Josh Allen a little bit. As much as we want to say he loves playing hero ball and he does this and does that, what if he just genuinely looks at his team like, you guys aren't good enough? That's why I have to do this.
Who?
I'm just saying.
The team's not good enough?
The team around him is not good enough.
Stephon Diggs is
cool.
Davis,
but if we're going to do that, we have to be honest. We have to be honest about, us as Chiefs fans, we have to be honest about this. Because if you really look at it, we say that the Chiefs ain't got no weapons, right?
But we don't. If we had a Stephon Diggs on the outside, and
we do. It's called Travis Kelce. They don't have a Travis Kelce. They have Stephon Diggs.
Kincaid is not bad.
No,
Dawson Knox
he's okay.
Dawson Knox is not bad.
But
you got Gabriel Davis. You got
Gabe Davis. But see, that's where you get the trick.
Davis.
No,
Big Game Davis.
That was 3 years ago.
That was last year.
Hell no. Nah.
Dude, I guarantee
he didn't do nothing last year.
I guarantee you, we put Gabe Davis on this roster right now. He probably emerges. Rasheed Rice will probably get up.
I was just gonna say,
Davis
where do you put? How do you think Rasheed Rice is a very good backup? Like, what would you say he is? An okay second receiver?
But the thing about it is it's hard to evaluate receivers coming into the Chiefs roster because we use like everybody. Like, unless we know you the guy, you need 10 targets, X, Y, and Z.
Well, that proves everybody. You prove my point because Gabe Davis and Rasheed Rice right now, like, they have the exact same stats. The problem is that Gabe Davis has like 20 more targets than Rasheed Rice has.
Right, but he got 20 more targets. But what if we go back and look at some of those targets?
55% catch rate versus Rasheed Rice
because
70.
Because Josh Allen, cannon arm, that's targets, not like how many of them are like catchable? How many of them is like, how many catches have Gabe Davis made that saved Josh Allen?
2.
Yeah. No, not in his career. Like, we've been watching 2 in his whole career.
Three that
Like
I'm
no,
counting that are meaningful. Like it's
like it was
two. It
like
was
I'm
the
just
two
I'm just
against
saying
the Chiefs
I'm
that they
just
lost the game, and then there was one
but we
last
ain't
year,
seen.
and that's it.
And then what
He's
you saying
okay.
him?
He's okay.
I'm just saying
He's
if you
like
put
the mid, like you mid, like you're all right. You're not bad.
yeah, I mean, but he's a good receiver. Like he could be a
Well,
good
okay, hold on. We get on a
two.
tangent though. So hold on. Hold on. So
It's just
I'll
like
give you. So to be fair, I'll give you Kincaid and I'll give you Stephon Diggs. I'm not. I'm not. We can argue about Gabe Davis at a later date. But okay, so you feel good about okay, even if you're saying that the receivers, because but first off, who's the third receiver?
uh I don't even know his name off the top of the head. But I mean, he's a decent receiver. I just
It's
don't know his name. I'm not.
Shakir, right? That's the third receiver.
No, I feel like it was
Yeah. Khalil Shakir. He wear like
they
it's like
must have
number 10 or whatever
did
the
they
fuck his name
trade
is.
the old dude Lee from last year? He must have left from last because they had another guy last
But
year.
that's what I mean. We don't even know who the third receiver is. So let's start there, right? So I'll give you Kincaid. I'll give you Gabe Davis. Dawson Knox is hurt. So I'll give you the tight ends though.
Last year, Dawson Knox was
He was
and the
cool.
year
He was
before
pretty
that,
good. Yeah.
shit, I picked him up on my fantasy, so I thought he was
Okay.
going to at
So do
least,
you feel good about James Cook? Do you like James Cook as a running back?
I like James Cook actually when
You
he can
think
hold on to the ball. Like,
I'm about to
like
say.
yeah, say, yeah, I like him. Like last night after a few fumbles, he probably I didn't look at the stats too much, but I feel
No,
like he
he went
was close
crazy.
to
He had 100
100. Yeah,
yards. He had
I would
109.
say, yeah, I would say he was getting off last night minus the fumbles.
He
Like,
he basically should have had 3 fumbles, but okay. But
yeah,
so
and
James
then
James Cook is cool. And Latavius Murray is the backup, but he's washed up. That's fine. That's fine to have. But
that
he's like
power. That's the speed and power. That's the
yeah,
speed and
yeah.
power duo that you need.
Okay, so
But
can you name me any of their offensive linemen off the top of your head? Off the top of my head, I
what?
can name you one.
No, I can't. So
Okay.
Mitch Morris because he played for Kansas City, but
There you
the
go.
only
Well,
one
that's two then.
uh uh
That's my point. Maybe we looking at this wrong. Maybe we are looking
no,
at
we
this
not look,
whole
but we
thing
not looking.
wrong.
But the
No, hold on,
thing
hold on,
is,
hold on. My thing, maybe
no
the
no no no
team
no
is
no we
not
not
that good. The
we not.
entirety of the team
But the thing
is
about it, we
just not
can't
that
do
good.
that. You know why we
Why
can't do
not?
that? We can't do that because we still expect Pat to do Pat things. When he was in the Super Bowl, nobody knew his offensive line. Everybody was like, "Well, he's still the greatest quarterback ever. He still got to get it done."
Yeah, but
We
you
don't even know
had
who these linemen was at that time. Like
that's
it's just
true.
like, here you go. So
But you
it's just
still
like,
got Tyreek, Travis Kelsey.
right, but it's
And that's
different. Like when you're a
that's
quarterback with
way
no
different than
line,
Stephon Diggs and
if I had
Dawson
Tyreek,
Knox.
if I had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey, even you
I'm
might
not
as well
saying
not
that he's
have a
better than
line.
Pat. I'm not saying he's better. I'm
No, but
saying
I'm not
maybe
saying he's better than Pat. But I'm just saying like
we
we got to
cannot do
decide
that.
we got to decide what is he or like where we want to put Josh Allen.
But
Like, do
we
we want to put
can't.
him in that
Okay, let's take
category as
him. No, let's take Pat.
is he
Pat is
Joe
an
Burrow?
alien, bro.
Is
He's
okay,
on a
so
different level.
is
But
he
how
Joe
much
Burrow, Jalen Hurts level, or
is he not just
Dak?
as good as those
Is
two?
he Dak? Is he Dak in that level?
If
Like,
you
what level is he?
let's do the test. Here's a good test. If we took Pat off the Chiefs, since we have intimate knowledge of the Chiefs team, we watch them every weekend, right?
Right.
If you took them off, if you took Pat off and you plug Josh Allen in, like how far
Mm-mm.
down do we go before you
It
feel the
don't work.
same?
I don't think it works.
Because I think honestly, you tell me Joe Burrow it
Honestly,
would
I
be
don't.
better,
I
cool. But
think
if
the
you tell me
only
Jalen
quarterback
Hurts would
that
be
could work.
better, I don't think so. I think
Well,
it's you,
the only reason why I feel like Jalen Hurts. Well, I don't say be better, but I feel like Jalen Hurts would fit the system better is because Josh Allen runs more unscripted than scripted.
just like Pat.
Okay, Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
but Jalen Hurts runs more scripted though, which
Mhm.
Andy Reid is played quarterback with. Played coached a lot of players that did scripted. You know,
Yeah.
like Michael Vick, Down
Yeah. Yeah.
McNabb,
Yeah.
all these players. So he
Yeah.
can coach Jalen Hurts, but I don't think the difference between Pat and Josh is
One knows when to
decision
throttle it
making.
back. Yeah, one knows when to chill
Is
out,
this is
and
the
one doesn't know
it,
when to chill out. That's
It's
something you can
decision
fix
at the end
though.
of it's decision making. But yeah, and the one person in the league that figured out Josh Allen and fixed it was Brian Dable, and he
Yes.
left, and
Which
they sent him
means
away.
it is a fixable problem. It's a
But
problem that
now
can
you
be,
have
you
to
can
find
change
somebody
it.
that can do it. But the only thing is, you found Brian Dable in Josh Allen's early years.
True.
Now he's past media and Madden covers, and he got
But
to an
hold on, hold
AFC
on, hold on, hold on.
championship,
What? But
and it's
that's
like,
my point. What if part of this is then at the time he felt better about the team, trusted the OC, trusted the play calling, trusted these things, and felt comfortable. And now you remove that. You go through last year where they struggled a bunch. He was hurt. And now you get to now where the talent is steps down. Maybe not even just a step down. You're steps down from where you were 3-4 years ago. Wouldn't you kind of feel like, hey, I'm the guy. I make the big money
but
around here. I have to fucking
well, the thing
save
about it,
this team every week.
no, because I feel like
Because here, hold on, hold on.
people are
Here's the
put,
question. Here's
but
do you think
people
you
are
could
not
plug Jared Goff in here and they would be better?
I, I don't know. He's an in the pocket passer. Like it's two
But
different quarterbacks.
but I'm just
He
saying, do
don't
you
turn the
think?
ball over. He makes smarter decisions.
But
He
yes or
will
no?
he
Do
will
you?
literally let. I think there would probably be at least they would not lose against Denver or the Patriots if they was in if they had Garrett Jaw. I mean Garrett Jaw. What was it? Damn, Jared
Jared
Goff.
Goff.
That was like I can't. Somebody can't talk tonight.
So let
But
me see. So because who? Okay, so who had the other touchdown? Latavius Murray had the other touchdown. So Josh Allen right now, if I remember correctly, that man has 26 total touchdowns.
Who?
Josh Allen.
Total touchdown.
He has 6 or
Yeah,
7
he's leading the
rushing
league.
touchdowns.
He should have like 27
Yeah,
total
yeah.
touchdowns, I think.
I think that's kind of why I look at like,
Yes, because he
are we
runs the
sure?
ball.
Are we sure? Like as much as we
He's a 6'5", 6'6" quarterback. Yeah.
so because there's a lot of comparisons of Josh Allen to Brett Favre, right? What if though? I think those are probably about right. The big difference is
Yeah, he's
the
bigger
Packers are a
and he's
well-run organization that continually overturned. Andy Reid came from there. Like all these
Yeah,
guys came from
he
that
was Brett Favre's quarterback coach.
Holmgren, whatever. I forgot. We're both struggling to say names right now. From Holmgren's fucking system, and a bunch of guys came from that, and they constantly for 15 years the organization kept this team afloat, kept them in contention. Then you have Aaron Rodgers come through, and the organization continues to do this over and over again. And then you have the Bills with Josh Allen.
Okay, well,
What if they're just failing him? Why do we look? We look at Herbert. People, do you look at Herbert in the same situation? Do you think that Brandon Staley and the team is failing Herbert, who's making like Herculean effort games?
No, like, I think that's a. I mean,
do you say the same thing? Like Herbert just ain't getting it done.
I mean, when you got Keenan Allen and them weapons over there is crazy. You can't.
And they scoring 30 every game and still losing. To me, it's the same thing.
But that's more. That's more coaching because they don't have.
I think this
real
is coaching.
Bad turnovers. They don't real have.
He didn't do this with Dayball. He didn't do it with Brian Dayball. This is all, to me, that's what it is. You got a guy who makes all the money in the world. You can't tell him shit, and the only guy that could tell him shit is gone. And now he's like, I have to go be Superman every single play because my team suck. That's probably why Stephon Diggs look at him
because
crazy.
Look at
Pat. That's not the point. My point isn't that he's doing a good job at that. My point is
right.
Maybe he feel like he has to do that. You know what? There's a perfect thing that you said earlier. When Pat didn't have no offensive line and Tyreek was hurt half the year, that same year or whatever, when he only played 10 games and we still made it to the Super Bowl and all this crazy shit. What was Pat doing every single game? Running around and chucking that bitch.
But
the difference is one is maybe the greatest player of all time, and one is just a really good quarterback. One is Tom Brady, Peyton Manning level quarterback, and one guy is just Phillip Rivers. Just great talent, but you're not that level, but you're really good.
Right. I mean, yeah. So like Phillip Rivers got to that AFC Championship in 2003 and lost.
Yep.
And it's just like it reminds us when lost to, if I'm not mistaken, to Brady. In 2003, lost to Brady, just like Josh Allen. AFC Championship. Who he lose to? Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, I get it. Everybody want to compare him to Phillip Rivers and things. Brett Favre talent, Phillip Rivers career so far. So it's just like
That's a good, yeah. He's that you know what? That's probably the best comparison. He's Brett Favre if Brett Favre was trying if like he's
if
Brett
Brett Favre
Favre.
didn't win the Super Bowl.
No, he's Brett Favre's like body and like literal physical talent and ability, but just like Phillip Rivers' brain mushed into that body of just like
dude, do this. Like
just fucking
just
to go crazy.
yeah.
Just lose your mind and just in a different way though.
Yeah.
Like but I
Yeah.
don't know.
But the thing about it is I don't think never mind. I was just going on a way bigger tangent. But I was about to say, well, what receivers did Phillip River had? But he had Keenan Allen for a minute too. So it's just like
I mean, but you got LT and
yeah, I know. That's what I said. Different
what's the
Antonio
tight
Gates.
end? Antonio
and
Gates.
like
Yeah,
so I mean, it's no way that Chargers team didn't at least make it to a Super Bowl. I'm disappointed in that some of those Charger teams. And I didn't even like the Chargers. But anyway, just like this Bills team, we could compare it. It's a disgrace. They didn't make at least one Super Bowl these past 5 years, and we're gonna look at them like the 2010s or the 2020 late 2010s, early 2020s, like Charger. You remember early 2000, 2006 to 2006 Chargers? Everybody like, oh my God, LT going crazy, Phillip Rivers going crazy, Like they got Antonio Gates, one of the greatest tight ends ever. They should defense had Sean Merriman and all these other people. Like,
you want to hear something crazy? That's a good example because I'm looking at. I was literally finna just talk about that exact same thing. So from 04 when he comes in, they make the playoffs. 04, 06, 07, they go on a run to the conference championship. 2008, 2009, they lose in the divisional round to, I think that's the Mark Sanchez Jets.
Yep, that is.
I think so. And they don't make the playoffs again until 2013. And 2009 is also a benchmark year for those Chargers. Why? Because that's when Phillip Rivers got paid, was the offseason before that. So his contract kicked in the next year, and they don't make the playoffs again for 3 years.
If I'm not mistaken, it sounds like the same track the Bills is on.
That was my point was I was bringing up is LT's getting old, Antonio Gates gets old, Phillip Rivers is making all the money, and then all of a sudden you can't win because you got a guy who's turnover prone, and now the talent around him can't make up for those turnovers, and you don't make the playoffs anymore, which is kind of my point about the Josh Allen thing. That's why they're probably gonna miss the playoffs this year, and it's not solely on him.
So if that's
because the talent is lacking, and instead of going and getting picks and re up in the draft like the Chiefs did, you guys spent money on Von Miller.
At this point, if we're trying to compare him to the Chargers, and if he is Phillip Rivers, we can't blame it on the talent because we seen even with talent, Phillip Rivers couldn't do it. So at this point, we just have to accept that maybe that AFC Championship is like what Josh Allen can do. And then we have to stop putting him into categories that he's not in because of, wow, man, this guy's big and strong and he can run.
The only problem with that is all of this is tainted by Patrick Mahomes. So great that we looking at a top 3 or 4 quarterback and looking at him saying, damn,
but that's not get it done. Okay, and that's probably what they thought about Phillip Rivers when he lost to Tom Brady.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a good
Thomas Jefferson Brady?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. or whatever the fuck it is. Some extra white shit. But here, if you swapped Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen right now, you telling me the Eagles aren't way more like it's scary and the Bills are we looking at the Bills like
I mean, the only thing is because
that's what see now he's still a top 3 quarterback. All this we saying he's still the 3rd or 4th best quarterback.
He got the best at that point. You got one of the top O-lines in the league. You got 2 number ones basically.
Yep.
Good run game.
Yep. 2 deep, 3 deep. You 3 deep at running back.
Yeah, and then you got
James.
You got a tight end. I almost showed
Yeah,
my age.
Goddard.
Age.
Dallas
Yeah, I
Goddard.
almost showed my age for a second. I was like, "Is that
No.
Selleck?" I'm like, "Well, hold on now."
Damn. That's a
I'm like,
throwback.
it definitely ain't it. I was like, wait, it
No, no,
definitely
no.
ain't Selleck.
Goddard
But
is
yeah,
really
got
good.
it. Yeah, so
He's in the
I
top
mean,
half of the league of tight ends at
it
least.
with his talent, it should
Hold on,
be.
don't
It
stop
should.
there. Don't stop there. What about the defense? Not the secondary, but the whole defensive
Man,
line,
I
the
was about to say
linebackers. Yeah,
last
not
year,
the
yeah.
secondary.
Well, but
Yeah,
we talking about this year. I don't know. Like
secondaries.
if he's in tough games, like I mean,
But you see what I'm
but
saying?
at the end of the day, it comes down to
It's not
him
even
being.
close.
But it comes down to him being smart because we can revert this back to Phillip Rivers when he did have a top defense and a top offense one year, and still the reason why is because his decision making.
You know what? I
Like at
guess.
that point, it comes down to him.
Now, can't let me.
But the thing about it, I don't
Go
want to
ahead.
make this like I'm blaming Josh Allen on the loss because I didn't say it was Josh Allen's fault. Like I said, it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
collective team fault.
The
But I'm
funniest
just
thing,
saying,
I was going to say that earlier, is we actually agree on this. That is not his. This game Monday night wasn't his fault whatsoever. I mean, he threw the 2 picks, but like he carried him back, and the rest of the team, it was just an overall
yeah, it was just a
awful
meltdown.
game from them. Yeah, the whole team melted down. But so I guess this is the last one I'll do for the Bills. Joe Burrow, I feel like, is in the exact same type of situation, but he has better weapons at the skill positions, which save because Trey Hendrickson, and then name me 2-3 other guys off that defense. The defense ain't great. They don't have guys on the
They don't
defense.
got Eli Apple still, do they?
No, he's in Miami. So they don't
He
have.
play? I'm saying, does
I
he
think
play?
so. He's been playing because
Like,
Howard and Ramsey was hurt,
oh
so
yeah,
he
that's
was
right. That's right.
playing.
That's right.
He was like the starter, but they don't have guys on defense. The offensive line is trash.
Sorry.
You got Joe Mixon, and I don't even know who the backup is.
Pierre, P Ryan.
P. Ryan still he ain't the backup no more. He was
You
on the
sure?
Broncos. Yeah, because he was going crazy. Samaje P. Ryan was going crazy for the Broncos.
Oh, that's
it's on Monday.
Then who
They
is
just
that
kept
backup?
exactly.
I feel like they have a decent backup though, because
the thing is
all
their money is on Joe Burrow, and then you have Boyd, Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Hurst and Joe Mixon.
But they got some defenders. Like
wait,
it's just like
hold
we
on.
not real good media guys, and we ain't got somebody
hold
producers to give us the stats for it.
But that's not the point. Hold on. My point is, you wouldn't say that Joe Burrow is bad at making decisions, right? You would say the opposite. That's the thing he's best at.
I ain't
right?
saying he's the no, because he's been. I've never argued Joe Burrow is like the best decision maker. Like he has his games and his moments too. Like,
but most people would say that Joe Burrow's number one skill is quick processing, getting the ball out to the right spot.
Getting the ball off quick. Yeah.
Yeah. You get it to the right spot quick as possible.
Yeah. Okay. He don't hold the ball long, get it out quick. Like
he don't throw a lot of picks.
But if you make it hold long, that's when he, gets into
running,
it. But he has I feel like his turnovers, because he does fumble a lot, if I'm not mistaken, in the pocket.
But that's different than making the bad decision.
But so does Josh Allen.
But no, that's not the point.
If you hold the ball too long, you probably deserve that fumble.
It's a different type of mistake. So I think it's the same thing. They both are bad right now. They both have terrible records, basically for the same reason. When
Joe Burrow has been fighting injuries since his rookie year. So.
Yeah, but when Joe Burrow is hurt and he comes out and he's like, I can give you guys 175 passing yards a game and I can't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field, they lose. It's the same thing as when Josh Allen says, fuck it. And those 3 picks,
somebody
they're going to lose. It's the same thing. I feel like they just have they both have these major flaws. Joe Burrow just happens to be health, which kind of is shitty. And Josh Allen his brain is broken, and he just says, "Fuck it."
But the only person who can fix at this point, when you already done paid the guy, he already got his media praise from certain media guys. It's too late to fix a broken brain, especially these younger.
No, but I don't think you can fix his brain necessarily. But I think you can get back to. You can put a team around him that makes up for all those mistakes. That's my point of. The talent on the team is not good right now. And if you filled it up in the
I don't
correct
know
way,
because
he'd be better. Because if he had the
two
Chiefs
different,
defense right now,
two
it would
different.
be all right.
Well,
We
I
would
mean,
look at
two
him different.
different. I don't know because it's hard to say because I mean these are two different type of quarterbacks, but I'm just going off of brain period, like how they react. Kyler Murray, the year when Arizona went all out and they went 11 and 0, 12 and 0 to start the season, number 1 or 2 seed, and then they just choke up the year the Rams win the Super Bowl. That's the year
Oh,
the Rams won the Super Bowl. And then he
2 years ago.
yeah, it's just
Was that's when they went 7-0.
I don't know. They started off undefeated. It was last undefeated team.
Yeah, they was 7-0,
and
then they went 1-7 the rest of the way, or some shit like that, or
no,
it was something like that.
No, he had an 11-win season.
Yeah, but you're thinking about two. Oh no, you're right, because they
they had
two
like
times in a row.
Yeah, because they went all in. They went and got JJ Watt. They got everybody.
3 years ago.
Yeah, and I was just like, talent, but if the brain don't measure, like maybe that's the farthest he's ever gonna get. Like sometimes we just have to think just like you could put as much talent as you want around these players. If they brain just don't hit it, it's just not gonna hit it. They gonna hit their max. When they hit their max, sometimes you get an overload and their brain just starts smoking. You remember how Patrick on SpongeBob when the brain just starts smoking when he thought too much? Like that's how you know. Funny. That's how you know they hit the overload because they show the media shows the camera with them looking at the tablet and they're just looking lost like a ghost. Like,
well, let me ask you a question. Who's the MVP? Because the question I sent you was, can we just not have an MVP? Because that's honestly how I feel. Yeah. I don't even want to have to talk about it because it's just.
Yeah,
I do because I have a take, but I don't.
Yeah, right now,
supposed to have honestly, if I'm forcing myself to decide my take. I have a take ready.
I'm forced
it a little bit.
Wait, I'm forcing myself to say Patrick Mahomes because I'm a Chiefs fan,
and
but
I don't kind of already been having the conversation, so it's a Josh Allen heavy episode. Sorry, guys.
But it's no,
yeah, because my thing was if it's not Pat, then who?
Mahomes, yeah, it's like
that's the game you have to play because if the narrative for this season is Pat doesn't have any receivers, he doesn't have any help, the offense looks terrible, and then he puts up the same numbers as everybody else. It's not even
still 14-2 with the 1 seed. It's easy.
But if he's putting up the same numbers as everybody has the same numbers. So then it's like, okay, so we have to give it to the guy that we think doesn't have anybody helping him, right?
Right.
It can't be nobody else. Unless Tua has 7,000 yards in the
I would like this to be a non-quarterback year. Like, let's break the trend.
That would be the best.
Let's go into 2024 with a non-quarterback year. Yeah. I would not be mad because if they give it to another quarterback,
because damn near it can't be.
I would want it to be a defender, Myles Garrett.
Oh, you going with the? That's never gonna happen. If they was 8-1, maybe, but they're not gonna finish this.
But if that's the case, it couldn't be a defender. Like, what? Who else is out? I mean, you got receivers coming out, but none of these receivers. No running backs is really going. This is an offensive down year.
It's terrible,
and defense is going crazy. So it's just like what is it going to be? Like we're going to have to give it. This might be a worse year for an MVP. It might be the most. This might be the closest MVP race we probably had since I've started watching the NFL. To be honest,
yeah,
because I don't know. Like, and then Patrick Mahomes better be glad he's Patrick Mahomes. So he always going to get an edge as long as everybody's close.
You know who's favored right now?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. To me, that doesn't make any sense.
But I know it's Jalen Hurts. It don't make sense to me. But guess what? If we win Monday, guess who's gonna be favored for the next 3 weeks, no matter how he plays?
Oh yeah,
just because he beat the Eagles.
Unless if
Jalen Hurts win this week and he show out on Monday, he probably locked the MVP unless he has a horrible game the rest of the year, like very horrible. But they're gonna use this game.
There's another guy out there that's floating around that's in the top.
I know, and I
10,
want and I would rather him have it because at this point I think he deserves it, which is CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I feel like at this point at this moment, CJ Stroud should be number 1, Patrick Mahomes should be 2, 3 should probably be Lamar, 4 should be Jalen.
Because really, this is the thing, right? In a year like this where we don't have, because really what the MVP has turned into is the most outstanding quarterback award. That's really
Basically,
what it is now. It's not,
that's what
because
it
if
is.
we boil it down to who is the most valuable player, then
They don't go off of that.
they can't go off of that
Because Jamal Charles would have won it a couple
a
years when he
couple
was
times.
60% as a 60% of our offense. Like
It'd
it's
be
the
yeah,
best
we'd have
quarterback
way
on the
more.
best team.
It's the
But the
most
thing about it
outstanding
is,
quarterback award,
yeah, but it's just like it's usually the best quarterback on the best team. Then the only thing that's gonna hurt
which is
CJ Stroud is
stupid
he's not the
too.
best team.
Nah.
So it's just like if your team don't get the 1 or 2 seed, then you're completely out the conversation.
See, when I look at it, I do like this. Who look? We got to go through the good teams. So if we take a look at the good teams that are still in like the playoff race, essentially, right? And we say who are the actually good quarterbacks. So you can flick off, people like Kenny Pickett,
Purdy.
Purdy. Yeah, you can kind of like Trevor Lawrence is playing bad this year. You
Yeah,
throw
he's
somebody
not
like
going.
that
He's not
out.
getting it.
Nah, not
Joe
even,
Burrow probably won't even be in the race. To be
nah.
perfectly honest,
Now
like
Joe
Josh
Joe Burrow's
Allen,
like
I don't.
12-1. So it's like those
Yeah,
guys you kind of throw them to the side and you look like, okay, who are the best quarterbacks on the best teams? Like, because the crazy thing is, like, if you look at it, Russell Wilson has 18 passing touchdowns. You
yeah,
know
I
how
know.
crazy that is. And like he's 18-4. That's the best touchdown to interception
But
ratio. Like he has
okay,
the
so
best
this is
completion percentage.
but
Like,
this is
but
this is
that's why you
when
can't do that because the team's bad. They've been bad all year.
and then you also can't do this because when you start looking at teams just 2-5 and look at trailing records and things like that, you was in mostly passing situations your whole time playing this year. You
Yeah.
had no choice to throw, so it's just like you down when you open your eyes and you down 21 going into the second half. I mean second quarter. What do you think you about to do?
You
You're
want to
not
know
gonna
what
run.
hurts? The shit that
Like
really hurts to me is Kirk Cousins might have really been at the
yeah,
top of the
he
list
definitely
if
would
he
have won.
kept going. It's so
Yeah,
crazy.
Kirk
He
Cousins.
still has the same numbers as people, and he's missed
Kirk
two
Cousins probably
games.
would have. Kirk Cousins probably would have snuck into the Hall of Fame if he stayed
Got that
early,
one
healthy this year,
MVP,
and he got the MVP.
or even got
Like
top 5 votes.
he
That
would
was
have
second in
snuck
MVP
into the Hall of
race.
Fame.
But it's
Like, cause
so
yeah,
this is such a weird, difficult conversation. I think the sad part is like we're really doing the just anybody but Pat. That's kind of what is happening right now. And
it
honestly,
is. It's
it's
like
gonna go to the really it's gonna be Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Dak. If he
I forgot
keeps
about that.
if
Maybe
Dak keeps putting up these numbers, and I just
he got
an
to beat some
aside, I
teams
was
that
getting
put up the
killed by
numbers.
the by
But
the Cowboys fans today. I posted that fucking video and I got
really, which
murdered.
one? I didn't see it. Which one?
I just posted one where I was talking about Dak. Like didn't want to hear about how great Dak is because he played good against the Giants, and people's Cowboys fans are
That's how
very
you make it now.
sensitive.
That's how you make it nowadays. Bash the Cowboys, and you'll go up
You
through
just
media real
instantly.
quick.
I don't even do that. I could do that every week. I could do that twice a week if I wanted to. Because to me, it's the same thing with the Alex
I don't
Smith
know
shit.
if I don't know if you had a like I love Dallas Cowboy podcast. What would make more
You
views?
might
Like loving them or hating them? Like I don't understand
I,
what you. They will
both.
watch you more if you hate them.
If
Like
we
it's
just turn this podcast into us, you just drooling, glazing the fucking Cowboys, and me just being a pure hater of the Cowboys, we'll probably do more numbers, sadly. That's the sad part. But my point is Dak in the MVP discussion? Yes, he has to be.
Is he? I mean,
But
yeah,
there's
you could talk
12
about it.
guys that have the same
Well,
numbers.
wait, you could talk about it. That's why I said in the discussion. At this point, half the league is in the discussion. Like
Because
that's
look,
how open
let
it
me
feels
let me
like to
take
me.
away the total passing yard. This is just passing stats. So this kind of Lamar is what is he on this list? It puts somebody like Lamar 21st. So it just kind of puts in perspective like
21st in passing yards.
yes, per game.
Well, then that means he's somewhere down there at the
Somewhere
bottom,
floating around the same area.
the
Yeah, he's
same
he's
area. Yeah.
14, but we also have he's played 10 games. So that. But here per game, this is the list in
This,
order. CJ
oh my lord,
Stroud,
this man Lamar. How
Kirk
you?
Cousins, Tua, Jared Goff, Sam Howell, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, and Kyler Murray doesn't count. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is the only one of those 13 guys that's below 250 a game. And when you go through all of them, here's the
But he
numbers.
missed a couple games too, though, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
then when
Joe
he
Burrow
came
played all
back,
his. He's played all. Joe Burrow played every game. He just been fucked up.
he looked missing.
Yeah, he
Like, how
looked
about
like he
that?
might as
Like,
well have not been there. Yeah. But look at this. So that same order, these are the number of touchdowns. 15, 18, 19, 14, 17, 17, 17, 17, 15, 19, 15,
so they
14,
all in
Joe
the same
Burrow.
area, and
They
then
all in the same area.
and Mahomes is a
Interceptions is
week
the
behind.
same. They're all between, except for CJ Stroud, they're all between 5 and 8 interceptions. What do you want? And then even if you go to the record, that's the real problem right now. Is even when you go to the record, they're all 6-3 and 5-5. Like everybody's floating around the same record.
That's why the reason why why they gave it to Jalen Hurts, because he's the only quarterback that's leading the team that's 8-1.
And for the people, excuse me, my bad. And for the people that go, well, why don't you do? What about total yards? Lamar Jackson runs the ball. Lamar Jackson has under 500 rushing yards right now, which even if you added that to his passing yards is still less. That would put him at 5th. He would be right above Jared Goff for passing. That's just Jared Goff's passing yards. If you put Lamar's rushing yards, it's like 480. That would put him right there in the same area of Josh Allen, Tua, CJ Stroud, Sam Howell for just their passing yards. So it's not like he's going crazy.
I don't want to get into that.
If you think
that Lamar Jackson,
if you think Lamar, this was my take from the jump for this. If you think Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts should be the MVP, then you should think Josh Allen is really the MVP.
Yeah, because he had more passing yards.
He's got more passing yards
and touchdowns.
More rushing yards, more touchdowns. It's just the wins. But he has less weapons than either of them.
Yeah, that's true too.
Way less. So then it's like, so if you believe that, then you have to put Josh Allen at number 1.
This is bad.
I mean, because they're 5-5. This year is terrible. It's gonna go to Jalen Hurts or it's gonna go to Lamar. It'll just go to whatever quarterback has the best record.
It's Jalen Hurts' year to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, that'll be it. But the MVP, but only because if him and Patrick Mahomes can have identical stats. If he has one more win, well, the thing about it is that's what I'm saying. This game on Monday is probably for the MVP. Remember, I said the what?
This feels like last year with the NBA MVP. Where it's like, we can't give it to Joker 3 times, can we?
Right.
And so then they were like,
got to give it to
Embiid. And then what happened? Joker went into the playoffs and was like, I'm the best player in the league, hands down.
That's because Embiid was like, I think I should deserve the MVP or something. Meanwhile, Pat's just sitting back like, I don't know if y'all gonna give it to me, y'all can. Like, it'll be my 3rd, and I feel like I do deserve it, X, Y, and Z reasons, but give it to him. And then in the playoffs, Pat gonna be like, locked in.
It's just
y'all snub me. It'd be worse for the NFL if they snub Pat Mahomes on the MVP. If everything goes the same how it goes, and Jalen Hurts only got, even if they tie, it's gonna be weird because if Pat Mahomes beat Jalen Hurts Monday in the Eagles and they still snub him with the end of the season with the same record, I'll say everybody who we got to play going through to the Super Bowl, y'all might as well just go ahead and say y'all prayers right there.
Yeah. Good luck.
Y'all don't want to snub that boy right there. Like, we seen last time what happened when y'all snubbed him.
The MVP race, man. If you're not.
I mean, I would like to see a non-quarterback win it for once in my lifetime.
If the Niners didn't go on that skid, then it would have been McCaffrey. Like, you could have easily made the argument, but he's been ass for 4 games.
McCaffrey would have got hurt his damn self and hurt his own MVP chances, so it wouldn't even happen. So,
I'm cool with anybody but giving it to Lamar. To be honest, that's the fucked up part.
I don't think like Lamar. The only reason why he got it, I don't want to sound like
I watched the game.
Hate Lamar, but
no, it's not hate, bro. It's if you watch those games. It's not like he just out of this world.
Record. He got it because he broke the rushing record.
But right
Period.
now, he's not on pace to do that. Right now, he's on pace to do like 800 yards or something, not even 800 yards. So, but it's just like, that's kind of my thing. Is like, please don't just give it to Lamar because he's back to normal. Because that would be crazy if he wins the MVP this year and then next year has better numbers and he doesn't win. Like that would
Yeah.
piss me off if you just give it to him. Because look, he's doing it again. But then it's like, well, he didn't take the step up. The next year he takes the step up, and now we gotta hate on Lamar because somebody else is balling out, but then he's doing better. This just gets messy. That's why you can't
Yeah,
just
it's
do that.
weird. It's like, but
Yeah,
that's
you
what I was
can't
gonna
do
say.
that.
But the different segue, different week. But I was just gonna say, when are we gonna have this discussion about Lamar like not being?
Not getting any better.
Yeah, it's just not that. I mean, he's that he's serviceable. I mean, I ain't gonna say serviceable like most of these quarterbacks, but he's a good quarterback. But it's just like it's
When
just
it
getting
comes to
old. Like
passing the ball, Lamar
people are gonna
Jackson is
lock
just
in.
average.
Yeah, average passer. We know you can run, but it's like people lock. Defense is getting faster.
Yeah.
These you got DEs running 4.4s, 4.5s now. Like
Yeah.
coordinators is not gonna let you run over them, dog. Like
No.
I don't know,
But
man.
and
Yeah, but that's a different
eventually,
story, different sec. But I just don't. I'm
right.
not here for it. I'm not here for the Lamar. I like him. I like watching him, but I don't think he. Like I said before, I've seen him watch live his first game when he played for the Chiefs. When he played against the Chiefs, I was there in person. I was like,
Ah,
so I was like, he good. But I was like, is he gonna run all day? Like, what's going on? I was just like,
yes. The
like
answer is
it's like
yes.
me playing Madden. I was like playing Madden. Like he's fast. I'm just gonna
Boy,
run.
yeah.
Just like
So I'm glad we solved the MVP problem.
we didn't.
Yeah, we
Just
have
like
no
nobody.
idea. This shit is
No.
terrible. Nobody
We'll
knows.
have it again next week after week 10,
We'll just
11.
continue to have
Like,
this. Just do this over and over
and
again.
oh man, the Chiefs beat the Eagles. Pat
Somebody
Mahomes
will step up
MVP.
though.
I'm
That's what
like,
it'll be.
yeah,
Somebody will
I
start losing
hope.
their mind, and it'll be what's week? It's
Watch it
week
be Tua.
11.
Watch it
So
be
it'll
Tua because
either
his
be
schedule
this week.
easy.
Yeah, it'll be this week or it'll be next week. Somebody will have a monster game,
Because
and then they'll
we didn't even name Tua.
no. Well, no, I just Tua could easily win it. I just don't count that because look at you got Tyreek, bro.
Yeah, well,
I mean, they
y'all
gave
winning
it to
for
Pat
y'all.
because he had Tyreek, but still, it's just like
Well, no,
you
they
really,
he also had Jalen Waddle
yeah,
another
Achan, the running
two
backs.
running backs that run 4-3. Like that offense is really crazy. Like
Yeah, you're
when you
not
talk
doing
about
nothing, bro.
when your offense can literally compete in the Olympics to win, like it's just like it's kind of
When
different.
you can
Like
literally put them on a relay team and they could go win gold legitimately, if like, yeah,
yeah,
that's a
that's kind of
different level of
different.
shit.
Like
So speaking of the
yeah,
Dolphins, the Ravens, the Bills, the Chiefs, and all these good teams, let's get into a little game after we just had some frustrating conversation
yeah.
about the MVP.
I need a break from everything.
So let's go to contender or pretender. And I'm gonna read you
Hmm.
some names off. And if you feel the need to stop and explain why you feel that way, cool. We just a nice
I'm
little
just going through. We just going through nice little breeze of
just
into
relax. Yeah. Okay,
everything
so
else.
contender or pretender. And let's
Okay.
start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm
I
just
didn't think I
preface
put.
this too. I don't have none of
Hold
the
on,
good
so
teams on there. None of those good teams we just
I
talked about,
know.
they're not on there. They're not on this
I
list.
just, I'm hold on, I'm pulling up the standings right now, so I should have pulled that up a minute ago.
No,
But
you good.
just going off of
They
what
6-3.
yeah, I know what they are. It's just that record is kind of pretending. That's what it is. They also second in their division, so
They're also like last in the league in point
and
differential and still have a
yeah, I
winning
know
record
it's the
somehow.
weirdest thing ever. I really think I don't know how they fifth seed right now. It's just blowing my mind reading at the standings. They're definitely pretending.
I'm right
I'm
with you.
putting them under the
Pretender.
pretending with it. I just can't because I definitely because of 7 teams, I would probably put Houston in there over them. Like Houston, you still got the Bills to probably do something.
So hold on, slow down. We still got to go through some teams. So you saying
Yeah, I know, but
Steelers
I'm going
pretender?
only because it's like defense go crazy, because they my fantasy defense. Shout out to the Steelers defense,
Oh, that's a nice
but
one.
I don't trust Kenny Pickett
No,
with a grain of
whatsoever.
salt. Like, and then this is a quarterback driven league. When you got you got some weapons. It ain't like
Yeah,
he got scrapes. He got some weapons. He got two
Johnson,
legitimate
Pickens.
receivers.
You got two
Like,
legitimate running backs. The O line is
yeah,
a little iffy, but
yeah, but I mean, 6'4" quarterback stand in that pocket, take a few hits, get it to your receivers. Like,
you should be cool,
if
bro.
so,
You got two guys, and
yeah,
Fryermuth is coming back this
yeah.
week.
And he my tight end.
So you got
So
three legitimate. You got five guys. But this is why
yeah,
that
so
Bills conversation. The more we talk about it, it's like they fucking suck. Gabe Davis is your second best fucking player, but that's beside the point. All right.
but
So
no,
Steelers
but so
pretenders.
they're pretenders. They'll probably end up. Mike Tomlin will probably still get his record for winning seasons, but they won't make the playoffs.
All right, let's go to the next one. The Cleveland Browns. Now I put this on here, and then all the shit
Deshaun
happened with
Watson,
Lamar.
yeah.
Yeah, or with Deshaun Watson this
But
morning.
as people forgot that PJ Walker had a decent record with the Cleveland when he was in there, right?
If I remember correctly, Deshaun Watson has only played like 4 games this year.
Right. And what was the record with him?
I don't know. Hold on, I gotta go look.
At least 2-2. So that makes him 4-1 without him.
They definitely lost 2 games without him. Jesus Christ. Of course.
I can't remember. But I didn't think they did too bad with Deshaun Watson. I mean, without Deshaun
Never mind.
Watson.
He played 6 games and they were 5-1 with Deshaun.
Oh, really? Why do I
I
feel
didn't
like
even
he didn't
realize
play
that.
that much?
So he been killing. What is happening right now? Like what?
I don't know because he hasn't been killing though.
He
That
hasn't.
defense been killing.
But maybe
That's
he's
why they got
just
they literally number one in everything on defense.
maybe he's just that he is he's mid. He is the
Yeah.
mid person right now where he's just
Yeah,
the
well,
average quarterback who just I'm gonna not make
okay,
mistakes,
well,
but I'm also not gonna do anything good.
name one player that left football for 2 years and thought they was gonna come back, especially when the 2 years you left, it was a whole culture change on how they played quarterbacks your style.
Yeah.
Like because
Favre?
yeah, so it's just like
Is he gone for 2 years or 1 year?
yeah, but Favre was already ahead of his generation when it
That's
came to how
true.
he played.
That's like if Pat retired and just came
He
back
was
out
a
of
gun. He
nowhere.
was a gunslinger, and he could get out the pocket and improv
But it's
in areas where it didn't happen.
yeah.
So
But Browns, Browns
pretender is
pretender.
if I get seven wild card, and they're pretending right now to me. They still got to play people in their division.
That's true.
So like,
I
they
say
still got the Ravens. I
without
mean, they
Deshaun,
played the
they're
Ravens
pretenders
twice.
now. They're pretenders
Yeah,
without Deshaun. It's done for you guys. Are done. I'm sorry. No
yeah,
Deshaun. No, especially after seeing that 5-1. You're 1-3 without Deshaun. And that one
yeah,
game was the 49ers game that they kind of just like Brock Purdy just
yeah.
decided he
Went
didn't want to
dudded
play. Yeah,
against a good defense, but yeah.
sad. All right, next team we got is the Houston Texans, contender or pretender?
Contenders.
Ding ding ding.
Definitely. Jacksonville better get their suit and tie ready because Houston's ready for business right now. Like,
My thing is contender. What like contender? Can they get into the playoffs
can
and
they win
win
a
a game?
I don't. Can they get
Yeah,
into play? If they sneak and win a division and get the 3 seed, who would they possibly be playing? The Bengals again that they
yeah.
just beat and got tape on,
The
or is it the
Browns, the
Bills,
still like
the Browns, the Steelers, the
whoever doesn't
Colts?
win the AFC North, basically.
So it's just like, could they sneak in and then win the first seed? Yeah, I mean they're gonna be an easy. I lick my lips to play you in the second round type of team
Yeah,
because
but that's the
any other
problem.
there's just like, oh man, I want to play Houston because I know they good, but rookie
Y'all
quarterback in
good,
the
but you're not
division,
really good.
they not ready for that. Because then if you
Yeah,
think about it, You can't name one receiver they got right now.
Oh,
Like
I
you
can name
can't.
them: Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Noah Brown, and
Yeah,
then
you done
Zach Ertz
studied
is
too.
the
You
tight
you
end.
you just
Yeah,
studied them
that's
too
cheating. I
much.
mean,
That's what it was.
I've been watching
It's
their ass.
in
That's
the
why.
yeah. No, but I'm just saying, as in like, if I don't have it up here, like I watch Houston Texans football and things like that, but it's just like, oh my god, like these guys who, it's just
I mean, I had that
it's like
take
a real
Sunday
good, it's
that
like a
maybe the
real
receivers
good
and shit are
team.
actually pretty good. That was my thing. I think what if on top of CJ Stroud being way better than we thought, the weapons are also really good. They just didn't have a quarterback for the past 2 years. Nico Collins is this like his fourth or fifth year in the league. He's not just
Davis
some young
Mills was
guy
getting off with Davis Mills was getting off with Houston.
getting off.
Yeah.
He
So
was
I
just
mean,
getting off the
but
field, turning that motherfucker over.
yeah, I mean that's the only difference is he's not turning. CJ Stroud is smarter with the ball.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
but Davis Mills he was throwing that mug around. He
true.
just sometimes he didn't make the smartest decisions. Think about CJ Stroud, but everybody's a rookie coming in there and making
Going
smart decisions
crazy.
with the ball and
Shout out
standing in the
to
pocket.
who was their OC? Shout out to him, man, because he don't get talked about
Yeah,
enough, man. I gotta
yeah,
find his
he don't.
name
And
because we not
D'Amico
talking about
Ryan
that man
don't
enough.
either. Like, shout out to
Bobby
him too.
Bobby Slowick.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
the
to him,
whole
man.
Houston Texans organization because we thought y'all really was finna go down the drain.
Yes,
Like with everything that happened and the owners. I don't really mess with their owner because I think they owner kind of snaky, but
that
everybody under the owner, shout out to y'all. Like
I
and
don't
my
know
pops and
why.
everybody in Texas,
I
everybody in
really
Houston
for
knows it.
I thought D'Amico Ryan just had like a full black staff. I don't know why I thought that, but now look, as soon as I seen the name Bobby Slowick, I was like, "There's no way that." And this,
No,
you know what?
you think of the Buccaneer staff when most of them was like fully
Oh
black.
yeah, I ain't gonna roast, bro, but I'll tell you a little jokey joke when we when we in the podcast. Goddamn, bro. All right, never mind. Okay, so Texas, we both got them contenders. Next up on contender or pretender, we have the Bengals.
Mm.
Um, I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I say pretender because of exactly what we talked about earlier. I just don't think the talent on the entirety of the team, like you guys have lost a bunch of guys on defense. You never built the line back up. P Ryan is gone, so you don't have a 1-2 punch. I just think they're gonna. I think what happened was they had that little stretch where they've been good. They beat the Niners, and we kind of hyped them up. But like I said Sunday, I think it's a floor ceiling thing, and in the middle somewhere is just a team that's I don't think is ready this year. Like y'all ain't got it this year unless something crazy happens. But even like Jamar
Yeah,
Chase and Higgins are banged up right now. So it's like you just have that injury bug, and it's just I think this pretender for this year.
yeah. It's so shaky because
It's this is a tough one.
it's like I want to say they good, but I
Yeah,
also just don't think they are. But only because Joe Burrow first 3 games or whatever he looked hurt,
look
but now
bad.
he
Yeah,
kind of. But I
but
don't
he
know if it's
kind
because
of
they played a
flashed
good
back to that.
defense. Yeah, I don't know if it's because they played a good defense with the Browns
Niners
and
was
they
good,
just
and he cooked them.
yeah no. So
It's weird. It's a
I'm gonna
tough
say
one.
contender. I think they could. I think they gonna squeeze in like this. I think they could squeeze in the 7th, maybe the 6th seed. I think they could probably squeeze in the 6th seed.
Possible.
No. I don't think they can win the division because they would
No,
five
they
and
can
four right
still
now.
squeeze.
Okay,
They could still squeeze in. I think mathematically, it's still possible.
to win the division.
No, not to win the
Yeah.
division. Well, I think it's
No, I think it's
technically
possible.
still possible to win the
Yeah, it's still
division.
possible to win the division, but I don't think they will.
No,
I still think the Ravens win that division.
I mean
But
it's Thursday tomorrow night. Well, people
listen,
hearing this tonight.
it's still mathematically that the Steelers can win the division because they six
Yeah.
and three, Ravens 7-3.
Well, for the Bengals, it's over if
So
they lose Thursday. If you lose the
They get the
Thursday night
Ravens
game, it's
to
over.
the
Yeah,
Ravens. Yeah,
yeah.
it's over.
Which would be
Yeah, I
when
mean,
people
they
listen to
playoff
this will
hopes
be
might be
tonight.
over.
True. But let's get to the next one. So you say contender, I say pretender. We have another tough one. Maybe not. Well, probably not. The Bills, contender or pretender? It's pretender. I don't like
Yeah, that's
the
a
exact
pretender.
same reasons. Like, okay, you gotta have a generational talent at quarterback, just like the Bengals. You got the problem with the Bills is y'all don't even have at least the Bengals have the sparse talent that they have is in the right spots to make it work with the generational quarterback. Like
Well,
y'all
yeah,
don't even have that.
and then I mean, as I did my playoff picture, right now the Bills aren't
They're
even
out.
in it.
Yeah, they're out.
Like they're
Bengals
not
is
in it.
out.
Like
Yeah. It's
in my
just
playoff picture,
Steelers
no,
Browns, right? From the
no.
people we just
Well,
did.
no, I'm just saying like the playoff picture I think that's gonna happen. Like
Oh, okay.
The Bills is still out of it. Like, yeah, even right now, yeah, the Bills is out, but they're gonna be out of it still. So it's just like even if Houston and Jacksonville flip, it's still the same teams I think that's gonna be in the playoffs, just different seeding.
True.
So
I
I
see what you're
still think
saying.
Jacksonville is gonna still make the playoffs. They just I don't know what they're doing right now, but they need to get together.
Yes.
So I got money on them going to the AFC Championship, which don't look too good either. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
so
Ooh, I tried to warn you early in the season too. I'm like, hey,
so it just don't.
the
It
boys
looked
look
good for a
shaky.
second when
Yeah,
they
for
were
the last
72
yeah,
or
for
whatever
that
the hell it
little
was.
4 or 5 week stretch. Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, my money might look good, but nah.
It was like,
Whew.
oop, forgot.
You know what's looking
Y'all O
good is
line is terrible.
Minnesota winning that division. So
All right, let's get to the next one. The Oakland Raiders, contender or pretender?
pretender. I'm not gonna go with this hype. Stop playing. Like I'm not gonna do this. Like
The
I don't care that
problem,
I don't care the Super
uh,
Bowls in Vegas. I don't care that they got a new everybody dancing, smoking cigars in the locker room. XYZ. Guess what? Y'all still gotta play 7 more games.
well,
6 more games.
here's my
Like
question for you. Do you think they can beat the Chargers?
no,
Did they already play? They didn't play, right?
no, they
So
never
do you
played yet.
think they can beat them twice?
No.
I think they can. Oh, they did play. They played. Yeah, they already played. They lost
Did
by
they?
one score. Yeah,
Okay, so
that was the Aiden
no.
O'Connell game where he got sacked 7 times by Khalil
Okay, and
Mack.
he's playing again. So no. Like
Yeah, that's a good point. You're probably
he's
right. Yeah, I guess I got to flip by. You know what? I'm going pretender too. It's
yeah,
possible though.
I don't
It's
care who
like
the coach is.
it's
It's a big
pretender
no.
with
Like
like a little bit of Lowry's, like a little bit of steak sauce dribbled on there of like I could see how you if you was a Raiders fan, I could see how you just fully into being like, oh yeah, we got it now. The team is turned around now. But most
yeah,
likely,
because you in the because now you see people be like in the hunt Raiders.
yeah. But can you? I guess my look view of it. Can you get into the playoffs
That's one
and
of
win a
those.
game? No,
That's
you're
one of
not
those.
winning.
That's one of those. If you a Steelers or a Browns or a Texans fan or whatever,
Oh,
one of
you
those top
hype.
play you one of those teams. No, no. Or if you, to be honest, if you're a Ravens, and if you get the 2 or 3 seed, at that point you'll be like you licking your chops, like, man, I hope the
Oh,
Raiders
lit,
sneak in this mug
lit,
because that's an easy first round in the playoffs. Like, please sneak in these
boy.
playoffs with
All right,
Aiden O'Connell.
let's do some quick hitters for these next couple ones, and then we get to the NFC because this is all the AFC. So, Colts
No,
contender, like yeah, stop it.
pretender. I'm sorry.
Chargers.
Pretenders on because it's one team coming out of our division.
This is they're the Chargers are like a they're like a Oreo, like a contender Oreo. Like the inside is contender, and then the rest of the cookie, like the outside that we're getting to see is pretender. So could they under my
Could they?
eyes,
Yes.
could they get into the playoffs and win a
Yeah.
game? Yes. So then I guess I have to call them a contender. I have to say
What
they're
I mean, yeah, they
could they
could,
beat the
but
Steelers? Yeah. Could they beat the Texans? Yeah. Could they beat
yeah,
the
but
Browns? Yeah.
if they
Could they
get in the
beat the
playoffs, they'll be a
Ravens,
wild card, which means they have to be playing like last year when they
Jags,
snuck into the
Ravens?
playoffs and
Could
then they
they
had a
beat those? They could
28.
beat those teams. They could beat the
Yeah,
Jags or the Ravens.
they could have beat the Jags last year and gave up
Yeah.
a 28-point lead.
So yeah, I'm saying they're a contender. Chargers are a
I don't
contender.
contend to make it to the playoffs if that's what that means, or what are we saying? What are we contending to? Just the
My
playoffs?
my thing is
Like I'm not
I'm
gonna do this.
if I believe that you could get into the playoffs and win a game, that makes you a contender. Because if I think you
They
can
was
win
better.
one game, you could win
Do
two
you
or
think
you can
that
win two games.
do you think the Chargers was better this year or last year?
Last year.
All
They
right, and they
played
couldn't do it
well,
last year.
they played
That's
better last year. They're the exact
they,
same team without
and they
Mike
couldn't
Williams.
do it, and they couldn't do it last year.
True. I don't know. They played the Lions tough. Does that count for anything? They're on a good streak right now.
Does that
That
count for
count?
anything? We played them tough and we sucked. So what that
So,
mean?
all right, let's go. Jets.
Huh? With
The
Zach
New
Wilson?
York Jets.
Bro, stop playing
Yes.
with me. Like
What
you
if
don't
they
understand what's that. I'm not finna put you with Zach. Bro, I do
what they
not want to
could
see
if
Zach
they
Wilson
make it in
in
the
the.
playoffs, they could get Aaron Rodgers back in December.
I do not want.
He could come back from
I'm
a
not
torn
doing this,
Achilles
dog. Like,
at Christmas, bro. What do you mean?
and then Zach
That's like
Wilson
week
will be the
17.
quarterback in quarter two of that game.
The
like,
second drive.
stop playing. Like, no, bro, we're
It's
not gonna do
pretender,
this.
man. Yeah, we gotta stop.
They pretended about their season, about him coming back, about
That's
Zach
funny.
Wilson being the quarterback, about everything in their organization right now is pretending. Randall
Lord.
Cobb, Alan Lazard, the defense. The only thing good going on is Brees Hall back there. Like everybody else is just there and
All right.
sauce.
Finishing up the AFC with the Broncos. Contender or pretender?
They've been playing good. I'm
Hold
still
on.
going pretender though.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. If you saying the Chargers are a pretender, then the Broncos
They
gotta
still
be a
going pretend.
pretender.
They still pretending too. Like that's what it
Yeah,
is.
Broncos is straight pretenders.
They
And like
living off a high. It's like a junkie that
it
took a
feels
shot and
nice. And then you're gonna
took
be
more
mad.
than it's a
They're gonna be
junkie that took
mad.
more than what he take.
They're gonna be mad end of the year when they have 6 wins and they have the 14th, 15th pick and they can't get a player that they actually want or will
They
change
end
the
up drafting a
dynamic.
defensive tackle.
Yeah, exactly. We drafted a
Like
safety.
he's the second best defensive tackle in the draft. It's like, and
nice.
then he just
Not a
job,
quarterback,
buddy.
huh? Didn't draft.
He got to go against Creed Humphreys twice. Okay, I don't care. Like,
all right, let's go to the NFC for the contender or pretender. Saints.
Pretender. I'm not finna play with it.
Somebody from the NFC South got to
get
into the playoffs.
I think they all pretending. To be honest,
That's
it's just
fair,
one of them
though.
got to win.
Somebody got to get in.
Everybody in that
division trash. Oh,
everybody in that division is pretending. So I don't even want to talk about none of them. To be,
I'm about to say like, there's 5 NFC teams and 3 of them are NFC South teams.
They all pretending. Like pretend because the one that make it to the playoffs is gonna get waxed. Probably by that 2 seed because they're gonna be the 7th seed. Oh no, they're gonna win a division, so they're gonna have a home game.
The Saints' defense is good enough that if they catch the right team,
Atlanta's is good enough.
No,
I feel like Atlanta's defense is better.
Saints' defense is like a top 10 defense in the league, bro.
Atlanta's was too until they lost to but they lost. They had the Vikings. They lost to Josh Dobbs that day. But they had like the 6th ranked defense at that week before Josh Dobbs came in last week. And
I'm glad you brought up the Vikings because they are next on the list right now.
Damn, there's some contenders right here. They was contenders when I picked them to win with my money on the line, and they still contended right now. I'm glad they traded Josh Dobbs there because Lord have mercy, I thought I was on the show. So,
that's hilarious. You like, please. Please win the,
go ahead.
Please win the division.
Come on, he's smart enough to know I bet on them.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that nigga's smart enough to know what we all thinking. Shit.
You gotta be thinking something with that big ass head of his.
I'm weak. I feel you, Josh Dobbs. I got a big head too. I don't have alopecia. I still got eyebrows and a beard, but
shout out to Josh Dobbs, man. Man. Finally, he got his car. He ain't got an Uber everywhere, man.
Thank God he started shaving his head because that shit. If you can look up some pictures, he look a little crazy when he tried to keep his hair.
I ain't even see that. It probably looked like me when I try to keep mine too.
Google that shit. Now I never I ain't doing that. All right, so next the Cowboys, contenders or pretenders. This is one of the
Contenders,
tough
stop
ones.
playing. Let's not. We're
Contenders,
not that Cowboys.
the Cowboys,
Are
the
we talking about?
Dallas Cowboys.
Why are we
Ah,
doing this? Why do we keep doing this? Like, I'm not gonna overhype them, but I'm not gonna underrate them. Like
they're
they're there.
contenders. By
They're
my
there.
standards,
Like
they're contenders. Yeah,
they're,
you're right. Can they get in the playoffs
like,
and win a game? Absolutely.
yes.
Can they beat the
Like,
49ers or the Eagles?
no.
Probably not. Are they slated to play either the 49ers or the Eagles?
Yes.
Most likely, yes. So if we being honest, probably pretenders more for that side.
Everything we know that's gonna happen with the Cowboys season is gonna
It's
happen.
probably
It's
that's
just
what's
we
gonna
just
happen.
they're like
I'm
literally
gonna be
like
honest with you. For all
we
the
gotta
shit
wait.
that I got today from people commenting on that video about the Cowboys, I would much rather them just be a good team than what they are. Because it gets tiring to constantly
Then winning
hear
12
and
games
see
every year.
and
And
hear
then
this is our year, this is our year, this is our year. They were saying that when it was 8-8. Everybody just constantly everywhere on social media, TV,
bro,
everywhere. Cowboys, this is their year. This is their year.
when you gonna come out and say you hate the Cowboys?
I've said it. I've said I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys for this reason, but it's not hate. Like I would be if they were good. I would be okay with that. I would
They
be
are
okay
good though. What
with
are they
hyping
good?
them. I would go along with the hype. But the problem is when you get 10, it's not even 10. When you get 15, 20 years into the same repetitive cycle over and over and over again, just because the Browns are good doesn't mean we go, the Browns are a great organization now. We don't do that. It's been 50, 60 years of them being trash garbage. It's the same thing with the Cowboys.
I
You
got
guys
a
are going to be a
friend.
good team and then lose the first game in the playoffs. It's
I
been
got
20 years of this.
I got a homie on my flag football team who's a Cowboys fan, and he said something this past weekend. I just had to laugh. He was like, "We've been good the last 20 years." I'm just
Yes.
like,
That's the
okay.
problem. That is the exact problem. You're
Because I
either
said
8-8 or great, and you
they
lose the
asked me
first game.
because it stems because them asking me like as a Chiefs fan, who do you actually fear in the AFC? And I said nobody technically because
Not
it's
right
like
now.
nobody's real nobody. And they was like, oh, you sound like a Cowboy fan. I'm just like.
No, we've
I was
been to
like,
the
not
Super
really.
Bowl, fam.
I said
What?
that was like, I don't understand how that correlates. But one is a Cowboy fan, the other one's a Rams fan. So we just don't, you know how that go.
That's crazy. No, it's
But
the Cowboy shit is just crazy. Like even that is delusional to be like, you sound like a Cowboys fan. No, you sound like a crazy person thinking that a team that ain't even you got. That's why they love Dak. They
sniffed
love
it.
Dak so
The
much
Dez
because he
Bryant
the
not
only
a catch
one.
thing.
He's the only one that won a playoff game. It's been 30
Romo
years.
didn't win one.
I don't think Tony Romo
I
won
feel
a
like
playoff
Romo won
game.
one.
Let me see.
I think Romo won one.
Let's look it up.
I know he had that
Tony
fumble.
Romo had 2 playoff wins in his career.
Yeah, I feel like he had one because then the divisional game is when he dropped the. You remember the drop foot
Yeah.
the snap field goal.
Yeah. But it's the same shit, bro. Like,
Bro, that is the most
disgusting,
cowboyish shit.
man.
If I ain't ever this man. Now that I'm picturing it in my head,
It's
this man really dropped the field goal snap. I'm like,
yes.
bro, get the hell out of here.
Yes, it's the same shit all the time. It's always something weird. It's always something. And then we got to hear the whole offseason. Hey, if he didn't
It's
fumble that
scripted.
snap, if
It's
he didn't
scripted.
fumble the snap, we go to the Super Bowl and win.
Dez Bryant called it.
It's not, yeah. It's 10 years later, bro. I don't give a shit if Dez caught it. Stop it.
Based on the rules they just inputted right now, Dez Bryant caught it. All right, y'all Super Bowl champs that year then.
That's
Asterisk.
Cool. Good job. If Tyreek catches the pass that hits him in the face mask, we win that Super Bowl.
If D4 don't
jump off sides, we win that Super Bowl. Like, oh, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. That's just Cowboys perfect thing for the Cowboys. I don't even think I'm gonna clip this up because I don't think I'll even want to deal with this shit again. I might. I
I gotta
probably
find
will.
those
I
stuff.
might.
It's on your TikTok, the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
it's on TikTok, Instagram,
Uh,
both of them on
I ain't been on
YouTube.
TikTok all week, so I'll be forgetting I have it, to be honest.
Even
But
on the YouTube, I had somebody that literally it was Dak Dakota underscore Prescott 4 comment. I'm like, damn, is this just Dak? Is this just really him
he's
commenting
like,
on
yeah, I'm gonna
here?
go find this guy in Kansas City at
Just
the bottom
randomly
of
on his
it.
YouTube, just found the video. Like, man, you just hating. You all you doing is hating. Dak is the MVP. He's the best quarterback in the league.
Boy,
No.
and Dak, if you are listening, stop that.
Cut it out.
Like,
If that
don't be
is you,
good.
Dak, please don't do that. Or
Go
do
watch
that.
film. Go
Or keep doing it so that I can
or
just
watch
believe
film.
this. Yeah.
Like one of the two. Like I don't know.
All right, man. Fuck, I'm not doing the rest of these. Bucks, Falcons, Commanders. They all pretenders. Get
No,
out of here, bro.
pretend.
Yeah. We're done with that shit.
Like, why would I even have a conversation about any three of those things? Like,
All right, we're gonna go through this. No discussions for this one. We just gonna go. I'm gonna just hit you real quick. Pause. Pause. Okay, so this is I have two would you rathers. I just want a yes or no.
Gotcha.
So right now we starting this would you rather with Jordan Love, and then we can have the discussion afterwards. Would you rather Jordan Love or Mac Jones?
Jordan Love.
Bryce Young.
Jordan Love.
Zach Wilson.
Jordan Love.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Deshaun Watson.
Over any of those people?
No, I'm saying
Or
Jordan.
just
No, Jordan Love or these people.
Oh, okay. I'll probably go Jordan.
Okay, Jordan Love or Will Levis.
I'll probably go Will.
Kenny Pickett.
Jordan.
Wait, that was easy.
I'm not even hesitating on that one.
All right, Gino. Brock Purdy.
Can I say it's stalemate? Because if I put Jordan Love with the weapons over there with Brock, I don't know what I would get.
Yeah, you can say that's even.
I'm gonna say that's pretty even.
Sam Howell.
Honestly, I probably have Sam Howell.
That's fair. Josh Dobbs. Jared Goff. And Dak Prescott. Damn. No love for Jordan Love. God damn. So I stopped. Go ahead.
Okay, go. Yeah, no, you go. You
I had so it was right at I think I made the cutoff at Jared Goff. So I had Jordan Love over Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Zach Wilson, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson, Will Levis, Kenny Pickett, Gino, Brock, and Sam Howell and Josh Dobbs. Then I was like, that's where I would put Jordan Love, and then Jared Goff and Dak is going over it. And I think
you had him over Dobbs.
Yeah, and I think mostly because I had to. It was more like if I'm taking a quarter, like if I'm literally okay, you're the head coach of a team at right now. It was like, who do you want as your quarterback out of these guys? Mac Jones trash. Bryce Young is 5'4". Zach Wilson sucked. Baker Mayfield's 30+ years old. He's washed up. Derek Carr's washed up. Deshaun Watson's washed up. Will Levis, I ain't seen enough Will Levis to know if he's great or terrible. Kenny Pickett, I'm picking Jordan Love over Kenny Pickett easily. Gino old. Brock Purdy, that's why I was like, Brock Purdy's the one where it's like Brock Purdy, Sam Howell, Josh Dobbs. I feel like Jordan Love is right there, but he's had moments where he's looked better than all of them and then looked worse than all of them.
Not recently for Dobbs, though.
What do you mean? Jordan Love just put up 300 yards. He's put up
Yeah,
300
but
yards, 2
Dobbs went
touchdowns.
to Arizona,
That's narrative though. That's not like.
put
I
up,
mean,
beat the
he was running
Cowboys, got
crazy. You're
traded,
right.
then went to Minnesota. No, no knowledge of nothing, not even knowing these people's names.
Yeah.
Get on the field, win, and then come back and win again.
Do you think
Like,
that
I
I
don't
think
know.
they physically are probably the same? It's just one is a fucking astronaut, rocket scientist, brain surgeon, and
Well, a
one is
lot
a
of that
guy that
has
went
to
to
do.
Utah State.
Well, a lot of that has to do with it, how
That's
smart you
true.
really are, how you
And how
process.
long and how old is Josh Dobbs? Hold on, because I'm not finna.
30. He's probably in his 30s,
Yeah, we
right?
gotta. I'm not doing that. If I'm factoring in age too and into
But
all,
I also
I'm still
factor in
taking
like,
Jordan Love. He's 28. He turns 29 in January.
okay, so he's,
He
and
almost
how old is
30.
Jordan Love?
23,
Yeah, but
24. He turned 25 on November 2nd. So he up there too. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, Sam Howell, Brock Purdy, he's right there. Dobbs is probably slightly over him. You're probably right.
so at 25, is he really gonna process defense really different at 27 and 28?
Eh,
Nah.
probably not.
You see what you see, you get what you get.
Three,
Like,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
other than if he changes systems.
So he's still to even if I do that, I still because my whole thing was like everybody just wrote Jordan Love straight off because he had like 2 or 3 bad weeks. And when like watching that Steelers game again, I was like, oh yeah, this is why I had the take of like this guy has all the tools and has the ability to do these
Oh, I'm not
things, and
saying
he
he's
does
good.
them.
I'm not saying he's good. I mean, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying like I really haven't seen much from Jordan Love. I want to be good, don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. Like, but I haven't seen much of him
yeah.
to be like,
I think
yeah, I take him
that's
over.
I think
It's
that's the
just that
problem. I think
it's
that's the
kind of like,
problem with a lot of people is that if you watch, because I've watched all but I think maybe 2 full games of Jordan Love, and now granted, there's really bad bads, but mostly he's just okay. And then occasionally he flashes as like these
right.
great moments where you're like, wow, like that was a crazy throw. Like
Like if
versus
I can
like
get that 70% of the
all the
time,
time.
we got something.
Yeah. But I just think
So
he's in the top half. That's what my whole point was. He's easily 15 in the top 15, and I think you'd have a hard case to say
of
otherwise.
quarterbacks,
Yeah, yeah, because if you putting him around,
there is an epidemic with quarterbacks if he's top 15 right now.
yeah. I mean, I've been saying that though, because you said you'll take him over Derek Carr. I'm not taking him over Derek. I mean, I'm not taking Derek Carr over Jordan Love. No way.
Right. If I put Derek Carr with
Or Baker. No way.
I mean,
No way. Gino,
they
I
all
could
in the
you could
same
argue me
they all in
Gino.
the same situation if you swap them teams. I feel like
Mm,
a little bit better with the Packers if you put Derek Carr over there a little bit.
nah. Derek, no way. Derek Carr is terrible right now, bro. You want to talk about Alex Smith being Mr. Check Down? Derek Carr don't do nothing but check the ball down or
Yeah,
throw a
but
pick. That shit
who
sad.
is Michael Thomas playing right now?
I think so.
Slant boy.
I think so. I think. Oh no, he just got hurt. I think he
Yeah,
might have
of course
just
he
got hurt.
did
Either way,
because that's
let's go
Michael
into something
Thomas.
fun. Let's do a little more fun topic. All right, I got one more. Who would you rather? This
Uh-huh.
one is C.J. Stroud.
I'll take him over everybody but Pat. No, I'm just playing.
All right, so let's go through them. You tell me yes or no. You taking
that's
them over?
that's. I mean, that's an easy one, but the way he playing right now, like, it's not a lot of quarterbacks I would probably take him over.
Now
I mean,
here,
a lot take him under.
let's start in the same roughly the same area. Jared Goff.
Yeah.
The immediate pause after I'm taking him over everybody. Jared Goff, like, oh shit. Uh,
I would right now, yeah, I would. Because he's
uh,
younger.
true. Dak Prescott,
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford,
Yeah. Hell yeah. Right? This nigga old.
Kyler Murray.
Yes. Don't say it like it's a question after Kyler Murray.
I'm
Like, boy,
I'm just
that man only played a collective 1 year in his career. Like,
Tua.
Yeah, injury prone to it. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Mm, I'm gonna have to stalemate that one.
That's the even. All right.
I
That's your
use I
even
use one
point.
even. That's my even point right there.
So Jalen Hurts
No.
and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
You taking them?
Better
Okay.
decision making.
Okay. I didn't want to
Yeah.
because after that, after Herbert, it's like Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. It's
No.
like that's not even
No, I'm not
fair.
doing
You know
that.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like no, not at all. Like all
that's
those other people.
scary, bro. He's in the top. Is he top 6, 7? He's like right under the top 5. Is he just right outside of that? That's
From
basically what
this
we're
year,
saying. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like right
Outside the top
now,
of
if you
this
had to
year,
pick
right now,
one,
yeah.
that's
Yeah. He
crazy.
is.
I mean, he
I
is though,
mean,
because my list. That's where it ended up being like, well, he's definitely a whole notch above where this Jordan Love conversation is. So
yeah,
then
yeah. If
it's
he
like,
was in the
damn.
NFC, if he was in the NFC, he probably would be the NFL. I mean, the MVP right now.
Oh yeah,
Like
straight.
but the only reason why is people's like, well, he's the Houston Texans, and it's so many teams in the AFC and shit like that. So it's just like he, like if the Texans, I mean, if the Panthers drafted Stroud and the Texans got Bryce Young, after what they say, like that literally made this year. That
Yeah,
draft, those two picks, like made this year.
yeah. I just feel bad. I already don't like small quarterbacks, and I feel bad
They
that
gave
Bryce
him
Young just
they
has
drafted this
nothing
man with no overaged
with
receivers
nothing.
and then no line. Like
No
this
running
dude,
backs. Who they got?
y'all,
Chuba Hubbard. Is that they running back?
and Miles
He's
Sanders.
cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's all right.
Y'all
It's the
trying to
meme.
kill this man.
Oh, that shit's sad. All right, let's go. Let's do picks and we can get up out of here, man. I think we had an hour and a half ish, something like that.
Somewhere a little bit over, one of the longest podcasts ever.
They just keep getting longer and longer every week. Now,
Now
last
this
week
might
was
be a little
crazy,
short.
bro.
Yeah,
It's a
last
little.
week
It's
was.
definitely shorter than last. Last week was an hour and 50 minutes, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, it ain't even 9 yet. Yeah, the people watching, y'all don't care. Let's get to the picks. Thursday night, we got Bengals at Ravens. The line is Ravens minus 3.5. I've been thinking about that too. Oh, we'll talk about that afterwards. Who you got?
I want them to tie, to be honest.
I'm going with the Ravens.
I want them to tie because the Bengals win, everybody goes, Bengals is back. Ravens win, everybody but Ravens beat the Bengals that the Bengals was supposed to be back. So it's just like we're not gonna, as a Chiefs fan, we're not gonna win from this. Whoever win from this
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
game.
it's bad.
Yeah, so that's why I just don't care, but I'm probably gonna go Ravens.
I think part of the reason I say Ravens too, and I forgot to say this when we were talking about the Bengals, but the other part where of the Bengals thing where I don't like what's happening is I think in sports, in competition in general, fuck just sports, you playing checkers, you know what I mean? If you just get whooped in any type of competition for any stretch of time, that's in the back of your head. It's in the back of your head. It doesn't matter. Like video games, it doesn't matter. If you have just a long period of time where you suck ass, that shit is still there. It's not gonna just go away. Like you have to overcome that. You have to make some shit happen a couple more times than just one good win over the 49ers in the Bengals sense to just kind of that disappears. Now, whether it pops up this game, whether it pops up at the end of the year in the playoffs, it's gonna pop up again where we go, oh yeah, remember when they were 1-4 and Joe Burrow couldn't throw more than 5 yards? Like,
Yeah.
oh, they did it again. I think it might happen here, but that's why I'm going Ravens, because I think that mold, that fungus of just being bad for a month, is just stuck on you.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going Ravens only because I just
Ravens,
think they're a better team right now.
Ravens, but they don't cover the 3.5. That would be my guess.
It's 3.5. Oh, it'd be a
3-point
win. No, so yeah, I'm not putting that at 3.5.
Nah, I think I got it at 2.5 on.
If anything, I'll probably put the Bengals at 3.5 just
That's
to get my
why.
money.
You gotta start betting. If you betting, you gotta bet Sunday night right. I think it's in the middle of the Sunday night game. They put the lines out. That's when you get the
Mm-hmm.
best shit possible.
Yep.
So Steelers at Browns. Cleveland is favored by a point still. Wow.
That's it.
I mean, there's no Deshaun now.
Yeah, but you said, oh, Cleveland's favorite?
Cleveland's favored by a point still. There
Boy,
must
y'all
have been a
been.
lot of money come in on them. I'm just going
I'm
to
going
Steelers.
Steelers.
Just feels
Like,
like
what?
one of those
Why would I do
games.
that?
Even if it's
They got a
close.
top defense too. Like,
Yeah. It's
and
gonna
they
be
got Cleveland.
it's gonna be 3-9. It's gonna be one of those games.
It's gonna be 6-2,
Or
and
it'll
then
be 10-9. Kenny Pickett throws a last second touchdown to win the game, like he's done a few times now. All right, next game. Bears at Lions.
Lions.
The
What's the spread on
Lions
that?
it's -8 for the
I
Lions.
would take that too.
But
Justin Fields is supposed to be coming back too, though.
somehow the over-under is at 47.5.
Who's scoring 42? The Lions.
I was about to say, y'all got basically that means what y'all got the Lions scoring at least 30. At least 30?
Yeah, at least 30.
That's
Yeah, that's what it
crazy.
is. 28 at least.
Y'all think, y'all think you think the Lions getting to 20 or the Bears getting to 20? Like, good luck. All right, so we both got Lions. Next game, Chargers at Packers. The Chargers are favored by 3 points.
I don't know. Packers surprised me against the Steelers.
I want to say, like, in my mind, my brain is telling me the Packers could win this game, and this is like Jordan Love just goes crazy because that Chargers defense is ass, and they're gonna score. It's gonna be like a 50. The total will be in the 50s. It'll be 25-31 or something crazy like that.
Has he ever had a game where he went crazy yet?
Yeah. Let me go look, man. You disrespecting my guy, man. I don't like this.
I was like, shit. I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I ain't never watched the game and I was like, this nigga Jordan Love just going crazy.
Now
Like,
you're gonna make me look up the man game logs.
I mean, I guess he did decent against the Chiefs that year, right?
No, not really.
I said decent. I didn't say good. I said decent.
Oh, if it's decent, it was serviceable. Yeah. Matter of fact, when was that? Was that 2 years ago?
When he started his first ever NFL game,
and
his parents was in the high rises and
yes.
Arrowhead. Yeah,
that was 2021. He had 109 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
We getting old. We won. I know.
Well, yeah, duh. But yeah, Jordan Love, that's what I mean. He had 289 this last week. 289, 2 picks, 2 interceptions. You know.
No, he didn't go off, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Like 289, 2 touchdowns to the nah. I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, it's hard not to go Chargers right here, man. That's like I guess it's not my head, it's my heart saying the Packers. Yeah. Jordan Love goes off. Yeah.
I will want the Packers to win because Chargers drop another game.
True. That's a good point.
X, Y, and Z. So I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like the Chargers get
this. Yeah. I think this is one of those Chargers, but the Packers just randomly cover. They win by 2. Like the Chargers win by 2. They just don't
27-29.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck? Raiders at Dolphins. My God, that line is that's too much.
What is it? 12?
It's 13.5. They got to win by 2 touchdowns. That's crazy.
I definitely take Raiders plus the points though.
Yeah.
But Dolphins winning, but I would take Raiders plus the points. Raiders probably gonna lose by like 9.
Yeah,
14.5?
No, 13.5. But yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Dolphins win. Definitely. Don't get me wrong. The Dolphins probably win this. And they're at home.
Dolphins win. Raiders plus the points though.
You can get tickets for $114
in Miami.
Yep. Not bad.
Hard Rock is a nice stadium. I went.
Or
I
you
didn't
can
go to
drive.
A game, but I pulled up on the stadium.
You can drive 8 hours to Wisconsin and get tickets for the Packers game for $60.
I've been to Wisconsin also too.
Oh, there's a cheaper game. Whoa. Oh man. Oh, that's a short drive. Okay, hold on. Let's keep going because there's a game here. Shit, I might
With the Broncos game.
No. Here, let's keep going. You'll find. I'm gonna start adding the ticket prices in when I say the picks. All right, Giants, Commanders.
Oh Lord,
The
Commanders.
Commanders, yeah, Commanders are favored by 8.5, which is fair because the Giants
Yeah,
without
that is
Daniel
fair.
Jones is bad.
It's bad. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I would
This is,
probably do the minus 8.5 too on that.
I think I have it in a teaser teased up to like 14.5. I think I have a 6 point teaser. If I could figure out how to use DraftKings on my computer,
I'm gonna say I don't even know what that means because I don't live in Kansas. So I mean, I
that
go to
hurts, bro.
Hollywood. So
Damn. Yeah, I look at this shit all day, bro. I sure was gonna ask you like we should do a betting, just a whole segment. But
I
I
mean, no, I know
also
what betting is, but I don't know
no,
what
I know that.
the teasing stuff is. Like when they start doing extra stuff for your bets and stuff.
Oh, teasers simple. Like teasers, like you can
It's
put.
like when you buy points and stuff like that.
I don't even. I'm not sure. But when you do it, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is what I mean. But when you do a teaser, it's like so. Here, let me specifically go to these teams. So we got Commanders minus 8.5. I might let's do something like this. I'll take the Commanders minus 8.5, the Dolphins minus 13.5, and the Lions minus 8.5, and do a 6 point teaser, and that teases all of them down 6 points. So then you get the Lions minus 2.5, the Dolphins minus 7.5, the Commanders minus 2.5. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So you can tease them all down, or you can tease the underdogs up
uh,
and you get like a certain amount of set odds. So like
yeah.
six,
Okay.
if you do
So
a
yeah,
6 point teaser, it's plus
that's
150.
like buying the points and stuff like that. They don't
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it teasers, but it's like you can buy like points. Like when you go to DraftKings,
yeah.
they'll be like you can get it like 3.5, and they can be like you can also put it at
Yep.
5.5
But
and or 6.5. Yeah, yeah.
the teaser is you group in like I think you can do two or three, but you can do more than that. You can do all the fucking teams if you want. But you can tease that's why the teaser is like the group of teams teased up to a certain number.
Yeah.
We give you a set price. So if you do a 6 point teaser, it's plus 150. If you do six and a
Yeah.
half, it's plus and I think they go up to you can do a 10 that's like minus 120.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You learn the
Okay.
more you know.
Yeah.
But okay, so where are we at? Cowboys at the Panthers. The Dallas is favored by 10.5.
Cowboys. Yeah,
They
I'm going
better.
Cowboys,
They better win.
and they should cover too.
I feel like every team that I say they should win this game. There's no reason for them not to. They lost last week. So
They gonna cover though. Cowboys minus 10.5. Put it on your parlay. We in this mug.
that's definitely a teaser. Add that to a teaser. Because they definitely winning. Titans at the Jags. The Jags are favored by
7.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Definitely would put Titans plus the points, but Jags is winning.
Yeah, you got to bounce back
Jags,
here.
yeah, Jags winning by 4, with Titans gonna cover.
Psych, I'm zagging. The Titans win the game. Fucking Will Levis goes crazy and something weird happens. Something weird's going to happen. I just feel it. Something weird is happening. The Jags are just off. These tickets are $49. That wasn't it,
And
though.
that's the one.
No,
Was that driving the? I
Cardinals,
don't know.
Texans is our next game. Houston is favored by
Texans.
5 points. Should
Texans,
be.
and I would definitely put the points on that.
But
Plus
Kyler
the
Murray
points.
coming home, Kyler Murray from that area. Where the fuck is he from in Texas? Either way, he's going back to Texas, hometown.
He's
And
from
the tickets are only $35. The lowest ticket is $35. That's why I was like,
That's
hey,
not. I mean, that's a 13. That's a 12, 13 hour drive.
yeah, I mean, true. Yeah, just drive 8 to Lambeau. Even though I think Lambeau's actually probably like 11. Either way, but yeah, Texans.
Yeah. What's kind of?
I
Yeah,
know
somewhere up there.
Minneapolis is 8 hours, so it's a little farther than that.
Minneapolis 12. I thought.
Nah, I think it's only 8. I think so. Either way.
Either way, we not here.
Yeah. Start talking ticket prices and drives. Buccaneers at 49ers. 49ers, you have to win this game. They literally cannot afford to lose this game, or like the whole NFC just becomes this weird fucked up thing.
It's like it's like who's gonna be the big boss now? It's just like you see the bully get beat up, and now everybody's trying to compete to be the bully now. It's just like, oh, well, shit, they got their ass beat how many times? All right, I'm the bully now.
Man,
like,
yeah, you can't.
No,
you can't.
They can't. No.
Now we get a repeat of week 1 opening game. Well, no, the second opening Monday night game. Jets, Bills in the 3:00 slot. The Bills are favored by -7.
I'm going Bills. If the Bills lose to the Jets, I don't want to talk about them no more. Hear about it, talk about it. Josh Allen, Bills.
The Bills, yeah, Bills win. They need it,
especially
so
how
bad.
they lost to the Jets in week 1. Like,
and they just lost last week to
again.
you can't lose to the Broncos and the Jets back-to-back weeks.
Back-to-back. No, you
your
cannot.
season's over. You might as well just lose out the rest of the season. Just sit Josh Allen down. Just fucking
yeah, might as well tell him get healthy. Is he hurt? No.
Right.
Eventually, probably. But
so next we got Seahawks Rams. This is just a chalk week. Like, it's hard to not pick chalk. Like, Seahawks are favored by 1 point though. That's weird. It's Stafford might be back. That's the only reason that would even make remotely.
Is he like this is his last year, period. Like, he's retiring after this year. So like, I'm betting against the Seahawks. Like, he might get knocked out that game.
Yeah,
that boy like 40, ain't he? Like, stop playing, man. Matt Stafford is.
I don't know. I'm just gonna zag because we just need more zags. If anybody can get it done, if anybody can do the upset this week, it's Stafford doing it against the Seahawks. Vikings. That's fair. Well, here's an upset possibility. Vikings at Broncos. The Broncos are favored by 2.5.
Okay, cool. Well, I just put the underdogs in. I put the Vikings plus the points. Like, I was like, what? That was easy. Like, what? Yeah. Vegas just, they said, we give
there. Here's the one.
Here's the one that, what do you want to do? It's like, yeah, I picked the underdog, buddy. Like,
and they did it again too.
They just doing it on purpose though. Like, they know this is probably that game everybody's gonna put their money on, because the way Josh Dobbs been playing, they said, okay, and the way the Broncos been playing is, let's put all our money on the Broncos. And then let everybody else put their money on Dobbs, and let's see how they go.
That's why I'm going with the Broncos, because I think the defense, if anybody's going to stop the Vikings right now, it's the equally on a streak Broncos defense.
Is Justin Jefferson coming back?
They've been saying he might.
We still ain't seen the Vikings. But the thing about it is, you'll know if Vegas is getting too much money towards the Broncos, because guess what? That line going to drop.
Yeah, it probably already did, low key. All right, Monday night. Eagles at Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored.
I'm taking Chiefs at 2.5. I already know. I'm
the
taking
line
it at
ain't
the
moved.
2.5.
I took it Sunday night. I put money on that Sunday night. As soon as the lines open, I was like 2.5. I'm taking it.
Yeah, I would say, what? I said we at least win by 3. Like, I was like.
It's scary though. That's a scary game. Let's be honest. It's a scary game. It's very.
Yeah, it is.
It's very easy possibility.
The football analyst in me saying it's a scary game, but the fan in me saying,
no, we
got it.
Same.
So it's just like,
all right, man.
I'm just content.
Yeah, it's sketchy, but yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We got week 11 coming up. It was good. I mean, we still did an hour and a half, but it didn't feel as long this time for some reason.
No,
I don't know why. It's probably still like almost 2 hours.
It's probably still, yeah. I was like,
it didn't feel like it that
9:01.
Maybe it's because we rotated through more topics than we have in the past couple episodes. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys. I hope the people listening enjoyed.
This might have been our longest show. You sent me the link at 7:09.
Yeah, see, 2 hours again. All right. Hope you guys enjoy the show. You know what to do. Follow me on everywhere. Twitter,
everything.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's all just look up Carver2X. You will find it. Come back again next week. Well, Sunday for me. But we'll see you again. See ya.
Peace.